This month on Roanoke County Today, we spend time at Splash Valley learning about upcoming events and pool safety. All this and more coming up on RCT.
Welcome back to the show. Joining me today is David Ray, GIS Manager for Roanoke County. Welcome to our show.
Thank you, Amy. Thank you very much.
And you are the manager for our award-winning GIS team here in Roanoke County. You all have won numerous awards for some really cool things that you've been doing, and you're going to tell us about one of those today. But first, tell our viewers a little bit about what you do.
Yes, ma'am. I'm the GIS Manager for Roanoke County. I have a team of 5, which includes myself. 2 are positioned here at the Administration Center, and 2 are at the Public Safety Building off of Cove Road. We maintain data layers such as address points, parcels, street center lines, any type of data that has a geographic attribute to it. We maintain those data layers, and I manage that team.
Okay, and you have a new project you've been working on, ready to launch. It's called Open Data Portal. Tell us what that is.
Yes, the Open Data Portal allows us to share county data with the public to increase transparency, accountability, customer service, and to empower companies, individuals, and nonprofit organizations with the ability to harness a vast array of useful information to improve life in the Roanoke Valley. My hope is that this data will help drive innovation, problem solving, economic development within the public and private sectors, and that citizens will use it to more deeply understand and engage their community and the county. So I encourage you today to explore data.roanokecountyva.gov to conduct your research, develop apps, or simply explore the new site.
Okay, and you mentioned in there the link. How do you get to that?
You get to it by going to data.roanokecountyva.gov.
Okay, great. And what types of information can you research through this portal?
Well, we can get to any type of information that's in our enterprise GIS. So we can get to tax parcel data, we can get to address points, street center lines, crime data that's exposed out there for the past 30 days. We also have it categorized for the user and into 8 different categories, and those categories are boundaries, community/schools, environmental, infrastructure, parks, recreation and tourism, planning and zoning, public safety, and transportation.
Okay, and how do you link all of this information together so that people can access it through this portal?
Well, Roanoke County has an enterprise license agreement with a company by the name of ESRI, and that stands for Environmental Systems Research Institute. They're based out of Redlands, California, and they have a regional office in Charlotte, North Carolina. Using that enterprise license agreement gives us all the data, exposes us to all the data that we have available to us. And basically we use a platform, their ArcGIS software platform, that goes all the way from the database to the client, all the way to the web. And basically we have REST services or data services that we can expose out on the web, and then we turn on open data with the flip of a switch, and that turns on the data that we want to expose out to the web for citizens and businesses to be able to consume it.
Okay, have you received any feedback yet?
Yes, we have received some feedback. The 2 different words I've had used are nice and wow. Once you have a customer that calls in on our pool line and they've been getting data the old way, the old-fashioned way where they would download it FTP, this way they just go to the website, they search on their data that they want, and they download it in the format that they want, such as if they want a Excel spreadsheet or if they want a KML file for Google Earth compatibility, or if they want it into a shape file, which is a GIS proprietary format.
Okay. Lots of information out there on the website for citizens to access. It should limit phone calls coming in, and everything's on the web now. So.
Yes, and so it makes it easier to do business with Roanoke County.
And David, how would you locate a parcel, for example, on this website?
Well, basically, Amy, what you would do is go to data.roanokecountyva.gov, and you can see our front picture here, which gets your attention. McAfee's knob, which says a lot about what Roanoke County, what the Roanoke Valley is all about. And we can actually come in here and do a, let me clear this out. We can just search, and we can search on parcels and type that search, and it's going to come back with anything that is tagged, any type of data that's tagged with parcels. So you can see we've got parcels, zip code boundaries, state senate districts, and so on. So if I click on parcels, this is all parcels in Roanoke County, and there's some metadata, data about the data. So the parcel feature is the geographic representation of cadastral records within the county, gives you a little bit of history on it. And if you go over here to the right, I can download the data, and it gives me the three formats: the GIS proprietary shape file, the KML file for Google Earth, and the spreadsheet. So if I want to just download this for a spreadsheet, say I'm a real estate investor or real estate agent, and I want to look at the data. So I've just downloaded all the data that's in there, so as we would see it. And there's all sorts of different information if we wanted to look here. There's the latitude, longitude, coordinates, and if we just scroll through all the different types of data, there's address information. In here, there's the full address, there's the parcel ID, the tax block number, subdivision. There's also the market value of the property and so on. So if somebody wants to, if I'm a real estate agent and I want to go into and market a subdivision and want to send out mailers, this is a perfect way of being able to download. Here's a complete Excel spreadsheet. I don't have to come to the county to request that. I can do that on my own. So we're really empowering the individual user or that company and make it easier for them to get the information they need.
Lots of detail.
Yes.
Very good. And you can find all this by going to the main web page.
Right. So if you go to RoanokeCountyVA.gov, click on the green button that says Maps and Apps, which is in the top right, right below the banner. You go to our landing page, and then there'll be another green button that you can click on that says Open Data.
Okay, great. Thank you for the update. I know this will be another award-winning project for you all, so thank you.
Thank you so much.
Okay, we'll be right back.
Participation in the Roanoke County Recycling Drop-Off Trailer Program has been increasing. The following etiquette tips will help our citizens receive the most benefit from the recycling program. Please break down any boxes before placing them in the containers. We currently accept mixed paper, plastics, and cans. Please do not place items with food residue in bins. Fill trailers to capacity. When the recycling trailer is full, please do not place items on the ground outside of the trailer. Visit another recycling trailer location. Please use the trailers properly.
Welcome back to the show. Joining me today is Teresa Newar with Roanoke County Public Library. Thanks for joining us today.
Oh, no problem. My pleasure.
So tell us a little bit about what you do here at the library, and then you're going to tell us about a program that you have going on.
Okay. I am pretty new to this position. I am the young adult librarian. So basically it means that anything middle school or high school related programs and events and specials, I cover all of that.
Okay. Well, you have a fun job working with that age
Oh, I
group,
love it.
for
Yep.
sure.
Teenagers
for sure.
are great.
And so there's a new program. Well, it's not new. It's one that occurs every year, summer reading program, but it's very popular here in our library. So tell us a little bit about that.
Summer reading, as you mentioned, happens every summer, and it's just a time for kids to continue reading over the summer and improve their literacy and helps so that they don't forget anything that they've started. It also improves reading scores and prevents the loss of reading. Just, over the summer, everything that could go on.
Sure. And it's a lot of fun.
Oh, it's so much fun.
Oh, yeah. Is there a theme going on this year?
Yep, so this year is Reading by Design, inspired by the creativity of authors, illustrators, innovators, architects, and everyone else who works to build the world and make it a beautiful and better place.
Okay, and what age groups participate in summer reading program?
Well, I might be handling the middle school and high school, but it's basically everyone. So children's has their summer reading, adults get their summer reading and prizes, and then teens get, their summer reading prizes as well. So everyone has a chance to do summer reading, to get their prizes, to do activities and events all throughout the summer.
Okay, lots of incentives.
Oh, for sure, yeah.
Great. And how does that program work? The incentives, the awards that they get?
Right. So for children's, there's different activities and things that they can read, and they complete bingo sheets to get their prizes. And then for teens, all they have to do is read 10 hours over the summer, 10 hours of reading or community service. I added that this year. And then they can get their summer reading prize. And then I added a new element as well. Most schools have required reading list or optional reading list. And so any book off of those reading lists counts for double hours for middle school and high school.
Okay.
Because that way they can, they have to do it anyway. They're doing it in school. They might as well do summer reading at the library as well.
Sure.
So.
And what are some of those prizes they get?
Well, one of the biggest prizes we're hoping to use as an incentive is children's and teens can take off library fines from their cards for however much they read. So one bingo game or 5 hours for teens, they can take off up to $10. Another bingo game, another 5 hours is another 10 hours, up to $30 off their card. And then besides that, we have a bag full of goodies. When they finish summer reading, there's coupons for Splash Valley and McDonald's. There's $50 gift card, there's a $100 gift card that will be, prize drawing. So there's so many things.
And I know they really look forward to those. Great. Any special activities that will be going on besides summer reading?
There's all sorts of crafts and games for children and adults, but specifically for teens, we have the crafts and experiments. We have gaming tournaments that will include card games and video games for all those people who aren't gamers. We'll have a lock-in at the beginning of the summer, so people will come, about 35 teens will come to South County. It'll be all night, locked in the library. We'll have Nerf gun wars. We'll have, so they'll get to run around the library playing hide and go seek. There's all sorts of things.
That's fun. The staff is very brave to do that, but I know the kids will love it.
Yeah.
And this is a great environment for them to be in. Sure. Now, if people want to find more information, where should they go?
They can go online to the website, mylibrary.us, or they can just stop into any county library.
Okay,
Yeah.
great.
And then they'll get all the information for summer reading. They can sign up, just walk up to a desk and ask for the registration.
Okay. So there's another program you have here at the library involving 3D printing. Tell us about that.
Yeah, so a 3D printer is pretty mind-blowing. It works with a lot of the STEM technology, and it's a printer, but instead of printing paper, it prints different objects. So with that new technology this summer, we'll be printing fidget spinners for the teens.
Wow.
And we have that program at every single library, except Bent Mountain, but at all the other 5 libraries, the teens will be able to come, see how it's being printed out, and then get their own. They'll be able to decorate it as well. And then after the summer, we'll be using 3D printing just to print new objects and technology and just different things over the fall, and have workshops with that as well.
Okay. Fidget spinners are a big hot item, so I'm sure a lot of people will be in here soon.
Yep, starting the first week of June.
Great. Well, thank you so much for sharing all of this with us. And
Oh, you're welcome.
we hope it's going to be a very successful summer for you all.
Oh, thank you so much. I'm really excited about it.
Great. Thank you. We'll be right back.
Think if your car has airbags you don't need to wear a seatbelt? Think again. An unrestrained occupant can be seriously injured when striking an airbag. There are 3 collisions in a crash. The vehicle strikes something, the body strikes something, internal organs strike something if the body suddenly stops. Seatbelts slow the body instead of a sudden stop, which lessens the 3rd collision. Always wear a seatbelt, even if your vehicle has airbags. Remember, click it or ticket.
Artisan Saturdays is once again coming to Explore Park. This is our 3rd annual series of events. This year, the very first one will be on June 10th out at Explore Park, and it is a wonderful day out at Explore Park. We have all of our local artisans out there demonstrating their crafts. They also sell their wares, of course. We have a food vendor, we have music, and this year we're bringing in a reptile show twice, once at 11 and once at 2. So everyone really needs to come out to Explore Park on June 10th and have just a wonderful day in the park. At the Visitor Center, the artisans are set up and they're actually demonstrating all of their crafts. For instance, we have the potters come out and they'll actually show you and help you make your very first piece of pottery. We have jewelers coming out, which is wonderful. We have folks making dulcimers that will be there and help you to learn how to make dulcimers, as well as sell you some of their beautiful wares. We also always have kids' activities. I mean, we are Parks, Rec, and Tourism, you know, and that's our specialty. We have 2 very special crafts this year that I know the kids are really, really going to enjoy. And everything is free, unless, of course, you choose to purchase something from any of our artisans. The entire day is free. The Bootlegger 5K at Explore Park, another activity at Explore Park, probably quite a bit different than an Artisan Saturday. This is a 5K run. It's a night run out at Explore Park. This is the 3rd year for this as well. And actually, at the end of this race, you can enjoy some moonshine, if you're of age. Actually, it's a group out of North Carolina that puts on a lot of very high quality races, and they approached us 3 years ago when they heard about what was happening at the park, and they were looking for a new venue, and of course we have a beautiful venue and everything just fell in place. Well, the other thing I thought I'd mention was this year at the Brambleton Center, we are actually bringing in the Air Force Woodwind Quintet, and that's actually another free event. It's on June 13th, and the performance begins at 7:30. And the U.S. Air Force travels around with several different musical groups, and this year they happen to be in Roanoke, and we're the only location where they are going to be entertaining. So we invite the public to come out to our Brambleton Center on Tuesday, June 13th. We always post all of our events on our website, www.roanokecountyparks.com. You also are certainly welcome to call our administrative offices at 387-6078 extension 0.
Welcome back to the show. We're out here today at beautiful Splash Valley, and joining me is Scott Ramsberg with Parks, Recreation, and Tourism. Welcome to the show.
Thanks for having me.
So tell us, summer's here, Splash Valley's right behind us. When's it going to open?
Well, believe it or not, we're entering our 7th season of operation. We were open this past Memorial Day weekend, the following weekend, and our full daily operation begins on June 8th. So we're rolling and excited about a new season here at Splash Valley.
Great. And what are some of the special events that are coming up this summer?
Well, this year we've expanded our event lineup. We have 6 events during the year where we're open late until 9 o'clock p.m. We're working with media partners K92 and WFXR Fox, the local Fox News channel, to do a superhero night, which is my favorite, on July 21st. And some other theme nights. You'll have to check our website for the calendar, but they're on Thursday or Friday nights scattered throughout the season. Great opportunity. We already have discounted rates if you come after 4 p.m. It's just $5. So with those extended hours, there's no reason not to come out to Splash Valley.
Sure. And special pricing or special promotions going on for membership or day passes?
Well, there are special deals every week. In fact, Monday is Making Memory Monday, where 55 and older adults get in free with a paying child. Tuesday is Family Tuesday. It's a group rate for up to 6 individuals in your family of $25 for up to 6 individuals. Wednesday is our $6 Wednesday, very popular. Now our 3rd year we've had that promotion, just a flat rate. And new this year, Thursdays, we have a pizza deal. You get $5 off if you order a pizza after 5 p.m. Here at the water park.
Okay, and where can people find more information about Splash Valley?
You can find it at splashvalleywaterpark.com. Get the whole season calendar, plan out your schedule, and figure out when you're going to come.
So safety is always a concern when you're around the pools. What are some things that Parks, Recreation, Tourism are doing here?
Well, the pools, both the indoor and the outdoor pool here at Green Ridge Recreation Center, use the Ellis and Associates lifeguarding system, which is one of the nation's highest safety standards. This is the same system that's in place for some of the large national water parks. It features roving guards that actually review the water at 3 different levels. So as they're walking around the pool, they're ensuring safety by checking heads above the water, checking at the water line, and checking below. The systems and routes that the lifeguards use have been approved by Ellis and Associates to get every nook and cranny. Because when you have a pool like this, where it's got a lot of places where kids could get lost and hide, this system of lifeguarding is designed to ensure maximize the safety. They also have independent audits that the staff has actually tested at any time throughout the summer by someone from Ellis and Associates to really ensure that we're in a maximum level of safety here at Splash Valley. It's a very, very safe place to be, and we're very proud of the efforts that we go to take great lengths to ensure safety for our citizens and customers.
And parents appreciate that too.
They do.
And how about an app? I know you all use an app to notify people of weather events going on.
Absolutely. You know, one of our biggest, we've been here 7 years, and weather is always our biggest factor, whether people are going to show up. And it's also a problem when you're in the park and want to know when a storm is going to hit, because of course we have to evacuate for lightning. If you download our app, Roanoke County Parks app, from online, any of your app stores, whether it's the Apple App Store or Google Play, you'll be able to get instant notifications when the park is closed. If you don't want to do that, you can go to our website, splashvalleywaterpark.com, and in the bottom right-hand corner, you'll see a little notification that Splash Valley is either operating as scheduled or is closed due to inclement weather. And it's checked before you come, and you won't have to worry about getting turned away at the gate.
Okay, now we're looking at Splash Valley, but right next door is Green Ridge Recreation Center. What's going to be going on there? Well,
this place is buzzing throughout the summer with summer camps of all types. We have a full day care camp option, the Green Ridge Summer Day Camp. We have specialty camps that focus on things that the kids like, American Girls, there are specialty Lego camps and whatnot. If you count out all our camps, we have 200 weeks of summer programming throughout Roanoke County. We're one of the largest providers, probably the largest provider in the area. So Green Ridge is the place to be. And also our pool hours are different in the summer and the indoor. You know, Splash Valley is here, but if the weather's a little icky outside, you don't feel like being out in the sun, the indoor park is open extended hours in the summer as well.
Okay, great.
You can also get memberships, I forgot to mention this earlier, to the Splash Valley Season Pass. You get a season pass, they're on sale now. You get unlimited admission. Prices range from $55 to $95 depending on whether you're a member. And if you buy 3 of them or more in your household, you actually get free soft drinks all season long. So you can't pass that up.
Nice touch. Very good. And if people want to find out more information about Green Ridge Recreation Center, where can they go for that?
Well, that's greenridgerecreationcenter.com. So Green Ridge Recreation Center, splashvalleywaterpark.com, and RoanokeCountyParks.com to find out about all of our wonderful recreation opportunities, and we're blessed with a lot of them here in Roanoke County.
Yes, I should say so. It's a very popular place. So
yes.
I know it's going to be a busy summer. So thanks for sharing the information.
Thank you.
Okay, we'll be right back.
It is important for both restaurants and homeowners to help keep our waterways clean and safe. Never pour cooking oil or grease into sinks, parking lots, or streets. The oil and grease can enter our waterways through storm drains. Always try to recycle the oil and grease or put it into the trash. If you have a spill, clean it up by using a drying agent like cat litter. Never hose down spills. Keep dumpster and trash can lids closed. Restaurants should clean floor mats and garbage cans in a mop sink. It's easy to keep our waterways clean by doing the right thing.
Welcome back to Roanoke County Today. My name is Brian Klingenpeel, and I'm the Community Outreach Coordinator for Roanoke County Fire and Rescue. And today I'm joined by Jill Lucas Drakeford, who is the coordinator for Safe Kids Southwest Virginia. Welcome, Jill.
Thank you.
And it's past Memorial Day now, so all of the area pools are now open. So we are out here at Splash Valley, located at Green Ridge Rec Center, to talk a little bit about pool safety today.
Right.
So Jill, when we come to a place like Splash Valley that's super safe, has lots of lifeguards, if I bring my little kids, I have nothing to worry about here. I can just sit in the chair and ignore them while they're in the water. Am I right?
Well, you're not exactly right, Brian. Lifeguards are great. They're a barrier of protection. However, it is our job as parents and caregivers to make sure that the very first thing that we do when we come to these pools is making sure that our kids are safe. And that's really about constant supervision. So we want to make sure that we are supervising our kids or our group of kids that we have with us. One of the things that we like from Safe Kids, we have these what we call Water Watcher cards that you can download from the Safe Kids website. And when you have this card, and it tells you exactly what you need to do. When you have this card on or you're holding this card, you can do nothing but watch your children. No cell phones, no conversations, no reading a book. Yes, we all want to have our chance to relax, but we take about 15 minutes apiece if we have several parents or caregivers in your group of people. And anybody who has this on, that is their sole job, is to watch your children.
Okay, yeah, because I've heard some stories of folks who, I mean, it happens so quick,
Yes.
right? And it's not like on TV, it's not noisy.
No, with kids, it's very quiet and it's very, very quick. So about less than 1 minute is what it takes. And most parents who have experienced a near drowning or unfortunately a fatal drowning, they say they had seen their kids within the last 5 minutes and somehow they just snuck away or they thought somebody else was watching. So constant supervision is really the key to making sure kids are safe.
So how important is it for our children to know how to swim?
Well, really important. So we encourage all parents and caregivers to make sure that their kids have swimming lessons and that they know how to swim. Unfortunately, about 50% of the drowning fatal victims do know how to swim. So they need more water survival type of skills, making sure that they know how to jump in feet first, they know how to tread water, they can swim at least 25 yards, get to a side of a pool and be able to push themselves out. So those water survival skills are really important. And the other thing is protective flotation devices, proper ones.
Okay.
So what does that mean? So
Right, yes,
I know. So these types of things, these are pretty much pool toys.
Right.
So a proper flotation device is a life jacket, what we would call a life jacket that fits properly, that fits on a child properly. You need to make sure that it's the right size, the right weight. They all have labels on them. And when you have it on, it needs to be snug. So if your child does the touchdown sign, it should not ride up into their face. But those are one of the best layers of protection that you can have. And the other thing is always within an arm's reach.
Okay.
So when you have children in the pool, you want to make sure that you're always within an arm's reach.
Okay. So if I'm a pool owner and I have my own private pool at my home, don't need to come to Splash Valley, what are some things I need to do to make my pool safe?
Right. Well, unfortunately, pools can cause a huge hazard in your home and in your neighborhood areas. So one of the first things we want every pool owner to know is that we need a four-sided fence that has a self-closing gate. It needs to be at least 4 feet tall. It self-closes and it self-latches. Again, it's just a layer of protection. Now, we've kind of had some issues lately in the last couple years, all of those inflatable pools that you can get at any local store that everybody wants to buy. They're fairly inexpensive. So if you don't have a fence around those, we say take the outside ladder off when it's not in use. Take the floaties and the toys out because that won't attract kids to get in as much. Parents and caregivers also have this thought that if they have a pool cover on, that's a layer of protection. It's not. Pool covers are to keep the bugs and the leaves out. Unfortunately, kids can get underneath those pool covers. So again, constant supervisions. We also say that if you have a pool in your home, you can get door alarms, window alarms, and those types of things for if the kids do go outside. But that locked fence is a huge issue that we need to address.
Okay. And now let's say I'm not going to mess with the big pool, too expensive. I've got small kids. I'm just going to do the kiddie pool out back, and kids should be completely safe. They can stand up in the water. It's no problem.
Right. Well, unfortunately, again, kids can drown in less than 1 inch of water. So if you have the kiddie pools, and we all do when our kids are young, and those are great, we have to make sure, again, constant supervision, and then make sure as soon as you're done, you have to dump that pool out. Kids have been known to drown in kiddie pools, buckets, toilets, any type of landscaping, pond, or anything like that as well. So we need to really make sure if we have younger kids in the home that we are monitoring those or draining them when we need to.
Yes, and I think one of the biggest things as adults, especially speaking as from fire and rescue, one of the best things we can do is to know CPR, know some kind of life-saving technique so that it should, hope it never happens, but if it does with our kids or even older family members, so important to know CPR.
So important to know CPR. So contact your local American Red Cross, American Heart Association. You can call Carillion. We have CPR classes. Sometimes you can even Google it and find something online. Do something rather than nothing, and try to know the proper techniques to use and know that CPR and do that CPR until EMS and fire and rescue get there to help.
Thanks, Jill, for joining us again today. And so if you have questions about these safety tips or any others, you can always find us on the web at roanokecountyva.gov/fire and rescue. Roanoke County Today, we'll be right back.